Okay, good morning, Grace. COP26 in Glasgow brought together world leaders to accelerate actions on fighting climate change recently. How come that you, as a young climate activist from the Global South, participated, and what were your experiences there?
Thank you so much. I will start by saying that yes, it's really impressive how Global South was able to attend, and for me, on my behalf, I was able to attend because of the support I received in the EU delegation to Rwanda, where I was able to be financially supported to attend physically the COP26. So the COP26 happened after being postponed because it was supposed to be happening in 2020, but because of the COVID pandemic, it was shifted to be happening in 2021 in Glasgow. And for us, youth activists globally, we came to analyze and see that the gap of achieving climate justice was really enormous, because 2020 was there that we found out that the pandemic is real, but for some other country, the challenges of COVID is associated with the climate change impact, which is making more and more pain, especially for the frontline community, especially youth. So I was able to attend in person, also with the partnership and working collaboration with the Rwandan government as a country negotiator, and I was following loss and damage as well as global stocktake.
So the negotiation at COP26 addressed important topics such as emission reduction targets, loss and damage talks, and finance mobilization. So what do you think are the main outcomes of the conference, and what do they mean for Rwanda?
And if also we look on the side of climate justice, for me, I'll go on loss and damage. So loss and damage was technically one of the main priority of the Global South or developing countries, because we wanted to have a standing agenda item at COP26 to be able to convey all the dialogue needed on the political side and civil society side to be able to come up with what is going to be a creation of a tangible hope in the community. But we did not have an agenda item, so the loss and damage was negotiated under the review of the Warsaw International Mechanism on loss and damage, because we had the review of their report in 2021 and 2020. And the success is that we was able to have the function and modalities of the Santiago network of loss and damage. So technically a kind of set that is going to be like a country need to do A, B, C, D, E to be able to achieve technical assistance. But the main gap was for us to have a kind of hope or assurance that the technical assistance that's going to be given to a country is going to be translatable in a country being able to build a case and be able to access the finance of loss and damage. And the finance of loss and damage needed to be new and additional, because it's not a finance that's going to be taken from adaptation or mitigation. So we ended COP26 without any real baseline of how the finance is going to be established, but we have a hope that maybe in COP27, we will be able to come up with a very functionality modalities that's going to be really taking the need of the Global South at the center. Thanks.
Let's hope so, huh?
Yeah.
So youth involvement in the climate change talks is clearly key, because young people are so much affected by climate change. How do you see the youngest in Rwanda participating into this debate?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And to answer, I would just say, like, on our side, youth in Rwanda, we are doing what we can every day because we have how can I say it? We have the luckiness, or like we have a very good government policies and structure that look on how the youth inclusion is going to be, and we also have key deliverables and instrument that is going to be to allow each institution to be knowing, like, oh, I included the youth in this manner, and the youth inclusion is in a way that is going to be able to enhance their capacity. So that's why we in Rwanda we have 6 youth negotiators, and our inclusion is really linked to on how much we're able to deliver for our country.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. It's really fascinating to hear how Rwanda is dealing with this. And I hope that we have contributed a little bit to the success of this inclusion of youth.
Yeah.
I hope we can continue the cooperation in this respect. And thank you for coming again.
Thank you so much for the invitation.